All right. So, let's say you've chosen a goal for yourself, right? So, this is your goal. Let's say it's a financial goal, and let's say your financial goal is to reach, let's say $1 million, right? And you've decided that you want to achieve this by December 30th, 2022. Okay. So that's your starting point, and there's a few things that you've already defined based on the goal setting process. This is module 2 of the goal setting process, and in this module, we're going to discuss the quadrant of future and present, and positive and negative. So here we have present positive, then we have present negative. Then we have future negative, and then we have future positive. Now, I'm going to show you how these things are laid out and what the benefit is afterwards. So we'll talk about the benefit. So first up is let's dive in and talk about this financial goal, right? So basically, what are the things that will change? That's my symbol for change, and right. So what is the thing that's going to change when this is achieved, right? So then you start saying, okay, well, maybe a couple things might change, right? Maybe my status will change, maybe where my focus is, maybe opportunities, maybe a loss. I don't know. We'll see. So looking at this, what you do is you look at, okay, what are my present negatives, right? So present negatives is maybe my lifestyle isn't where I'd like it to be, and if I had the $1 million, then I would be in a place where that would be much easier, right? So maybe present negatives are, I have bills that I can't pay or something, or maybe I can't do the things that I want to do. I can't live where I want to live, right? Live places. I can't travel, right? So those are all things that could be present negatives. Now, if we start looking at maybe the other side of the street and we say, what are the present positives of not achieving this goal, right? So maybe that's I have lots of time, right? Lots of free time, right? Maybe let's say less responsibility, right? And then maybe comfort of current peers, right? Cool. So now let's jump ahead and say, hey, listen, future negatives. Let's do future positives first, because I think that'd be interesting. So future positives, it could be very similar to the present negatives, right? Where it's like I can live where I want. Oops. Try that again. Okay, I can live where I want. I can do things that I want. I can buy stuff. I might increase status, right? All those good things, right? But then there's probably going to be some future negatives that are holding you back because these sort of things like hide in the shadows, right? Hide in the shadows of life, and some of them might look like or sound like. Let's say, for instance, like I'm worried that people might treat me differently, right? So they hear I have a lot of money, they're going to try to get into my pockets, right? People are going to expect handouts, right? This is just human nature. I'm not necessarily saying it's true or not for your particular case, but I've seen these things happen. So also future negatives, maybe fear of loss, right? From those gains, right? So I might subconsciously sabotage myself to lose it once I have it. Then we also have, future negatives might be, might be like isolation of some kind, right? Because if I live where I want, other people who I'm friends with now can't come with me, right? So isolation of some kind, and then changes to to lifestyle, unexpected. Cool. So anyway, so those are just a couple ones off the top of my head, right? And then if we dive in a little bit deeper and say, okay, so this quadrant is really, really helpful to see, but how do we capitalize on the benefits while mitigating the risks, right? So mitigate the risks. Dun, 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 right? This is the way to do this, right? So basically, what you're trying to do is work in this direction, right? Where you're deciding, okay, how do you preserve present positives? And how do you mitigate future negatives, right? How do you do that? And you can come up with some solutions for yourself and just decide, hey, you know what? If there are some people who want to take advantage of me, like I essentially incrementally, develop trust with people, right? So that's like, you're not just blindly trusting everyone, but you can still learn to really trust some great people in your life. And then the other one is, this is good, right? Because people will become clear as to who are your true friends and who are not, right? So you'll be able to see that quite fast. And then next up, let's see what we have. People treat me differently, expectations. Oh, fear of loss, right? So then I would be like, education to invest, properly, right? And then one might be like, not allow self-worth to equal net worth, right? So anyway, so those are some nice little solutions that can create kind of a benefit. And if you're not aware, let's say the goal is something new and fresh, a new direction, these things can be not so obvious unless you kind of prod at them one by one. So digging that up and becoming really clear about that allows for a lot more forward motion in the direction of your goals. So hopefully that was helpful. That's just a small module to the kind of goal setting process, which is sort of like a series of modules, and one kind of builds on the other, and this is sort of number 2. So, all right, until next time.